It's time now for our business segment, and we're going to be focusing on a meeting of EU agriculture ministers this Monday to address demands of protesting farmers around the bloc. They're going to be discussing proposals put forward by the Commission to lighten the load for farmers. I'm joined on set now by Charles Pellegrin from our business desk. Hi, Charles. What exactly are those proposals?
Well, in effect, the Commission's blueprint will lead to relaxing of environmental norms and standards. Farmers have to abide by these norms and standards in order to receive funding from the EU's Common Agricultural Policy. CAP, as it's known, is huge, about a third of the EU's budget and worth about 264 billion euros. To give you some example of these standards set by Brussels, a new proposal, which will be discussed this Monday, has to do with a requirement to keep a stable level of permanent grasslands around the Union. This based on the level of grasslands that existed in 2018. This penalized former livestock farmers who had to shift to crop production because of market forces or loss of livestock. And new rules would allow farmers to shift production without penalty. And many of the complaints that farmers voiced have to do with the weight of administrative procedures they have to deal with. The EU is launching a consultation thanks to a survey to see how they could cut that red tape. The Commission is also aiming to reduce the number of on-farm visits by national administrations by up to 50%. This will allow farmers to focus on farming rather than jumping through administrative hoops.
And Charles, we've already seen some similar movements made by governments at a national level.
Here in France, obviously, Emmanuel Macron made proposals to farmers during a high-profile visit to the Salon de l'Agriculture, an annual farmers' expo that takes place in Paris. First off, organizing a national treasury plan to help farmers financially. They've been hard hit by inflation in the wake of the war in Ukraine, which has driven up the costs of running their businesses, whether it's energy prices, fuel prices, or fertilizer prices. So the idea is to come up with a new credit plan that would stretch out loan repayment commitments. This is also why EU agricultural ministers will be holding discussions with banks this Monday. Macron also wants to define agriculture as a sector of national interest, which would provide better protections. And finally, he's also defended the idea of having minimum prices for farmers in their negotiations with food processors and distributors so that they're guaranteed a minimum level of income. These steps taken at a national level will no doubt weigh heavily on discussions in Brussels.
Okay, well, shall we move on now to a story that has nothing to do with agriculture or farming, but it is about pig butchering.
Pig butchering is a type of scam where victims are likened to hogs fattened up by fraudsters with feigned love and affection before they are proverbially slaughtered by tricking them into a fake crypto investment. The rapid growth of this scam has resulted in losses worth billions of dollars in the United States, with victims saying there is little recourse to recover the money. Emerald Maxwell has the details.
It began with flirty messages, pictures, and even brief video calls. Ansel had introduced himself to Shreya on a dating app as a wine trader based in Philadelphia, the same city as her.
He appeared very sincere. He said he was looking for something serious. He was always responsive and gave me a lot of time.
Plans to meet up in person kept being pushed back, but Shreya was hooked and the conversation shifted.
And then he made it feel like we were working together on addressing my insecurities towards my dreams.
Ansel offered to teach Shreya how to invest, sending her a link to a crypto trading app. Encouraged by the fact that she was able to withdraw early gains, Shreya gradually invested all of her savings and even took out loans. Her investment appeared to more than double. Alarm bells only went off when she tried to withdraw again, unsuccessfully. Shreya was one of more than 40,000 people last year to report to the FBI after falling victim to a romantic online scam.
It is called pig butchering because it is meant to consume the victim from tail to snout. Because they're seeing these false returns that the scammers are showing, they are led to invest more. And by the end of these scams, we see victims liquidating their 401ks, their retirement funds, their children's college accounts.
Using sophisticated scripts and deep fake AI videos, Pig butchering has grown rapidly in the US. The FBI says losses from cryptocurrency fraud total well over $3.5 billion. And as it's thought to be run by crime syndicates in Southeast Asia, victims have little hope of recovering their losses.
And that's it for this business roundup, Haxi.
Shad Pellegrin with the business news. Thank you very much.